Okay, test, test, test. Sorry I'm a little late, but you know, I always am, so I'm on time in that regard. Is my camera slanted? Is this slanted? I can't tell. I think it is a little bit. It might be my head. I'm pretty sure it's the camera, you know. Anyway, how are you? It's a little bit. It might be my head. New strategy game unlocked. Anyway, it's called Master of Command, and they were generous enough to send me a key. I've been I'm famous now. People send me keys. They don't really. I ask them. And yeah, so this is Master of Command. It's supposed to be like Napoleon Total War. Well, okay, they don't say that, but from me looking at it, it looks a lot like Empire Total War. They said they were gonna have a demo and so on. Let me just, real quick, I just gotta double check that I'm actually supposed to do this stream today. I think I always get paranoid. I'm pretty sure they said I can do it today, now. And, yeah, October 8th. So, that's today, and here we are. So, yeah, it's supposed to be like Napoleon Total War or Empire Total War sort of thing. So it's set in the 7 Years' War. You got a map. You do things on the map, and then you go into these tactical battles where you do volley fire. So I actually used to play a game called Mount and Blade Napoleonic Wars, where instead of using the Hungarian Fusiliers, you would be a Hungarian Fusilier. You would be one guy in the line battle, and you would have a musket that can't aim properly, and you would all line up. You would join a regiment, and you would all line up and try and volley fire people. And that was obviously get a spirit level. Yeah, good idea. I think I can't really put it on my face, can I? It's me. I think it's me. The way I'm looking at the camera, I'm side on. Like I don't sit straight. Who knows? It might all be in my head. I'm sure it doesn't matter. I'm gonna look like a fool regardless. So yeah, you would be one guy, and you would try and do your volley fire as one guy, and they would have rules. So, yeah, and so if you fired out of formation, the admins would kill you. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Sadly, all in the past, right? Anyway, oh well, thankfully, all in the past. It was a bit silly. So this is Master of Command. They were generous enough to send me a key. I think I already said that. Sorry, I'm like super tired today. My own fault. I overexerted myself. Anyway, let's get the chat up. So I've not played this before. I've just seen what you've seen. So, would you like to enable a high level of tutorial advice? We'll go for low. We'll go for high. I mean, we can always just switch it off later, right? So yeah, Master of Command. It's made by. I should probably mention this actually. Thank you.
Sherlock Super Shattered $6.74. A generous donation. Generously donating for channel ham sandwiches. Smile.
Thank you for generously donating for ham sandwiches, which you know I can't eat. But yeah, I do appreciate it. So this game's actually published by, because you'll recognise the art style. It's this guy made it, the Armchair Historian. So he's a YouTuber turned video game maker, which is obviously something I aspire to. And he's got 2.4 million subscribers, so only a few more than me. Only slightly more subscribers than me. I'm only 2.4 million behind him. So, yeah, so settings, graphics, highest. There's nothing about resolution, but it seems like it's the right resolution because the text is crisp, so text is crisp. But yeah, thank you for the generous channel joinering. I hope you have a nice evening too. So, welcome to Master of Command. Before you start a campaign, you will choose a nation. Each nation has its own distinct strengths and weaknesses. There are 5 nations you can select from. So yeah, this is set in the 7 Years' War from what I remember. Britain, Austria, Prussia, Russia, and France. Prussia is selected by default and is a great option for beginners. We should probably do a poll to see which one to play, so let's do that now. As soon as Warno 2 comes out, yeah, exactly. As soon as Warno 2 comes out, who shall we play? So we only get 4 options in this YouTube poll thing, so I'll just take Russia out by You know, France, UK, Prussia, or Preuben or whatever, and Austria-Hungary, I think that is. Here is your brigade. A brigade is composed of an officer and their regiments. Your selected nation will display your starting brigade or brigades, depending on the army, with the officer always to the left of the regiments he commands. So this is the officer. You've received supplies from your chosen nation. These supplies are comprised of your main resources. German is always great. Yeah, the Prussia was obviously very powerful in... Well, actually, was it powerful in this time period? Wasn't this the one where they were about to get destroyed, and then, like, the King of Russia died or something, or the Queen of Russia died, and that's what saved them? I can't remember. But this was back when Britain was allied to Prussia, I think. Anyway, provisions, thalers, which is presumably money, reservists, as well as ammunition. You have been given a few items to equip your army. Be mindful of your resources as the conditions are harsh. You may view more details on your items and army by moving your mouse over them. After selecting your nation and reviewing your army, press continue to open the mission table and begin Master of Command. Okay, so we can be Britain. Britain's highly disciplined infantry is famed for its accuracy, delivering volleys with a steadiness few can match, supported by good auxiliaries from Hanover and Hesse. Yeah, because Britain used to own part of central Germany, Hanover, because of the... looks like some royal family thing. They just married into it, basically. Alright, yeah, good night, Hoovy. Yeah, 102 would be interesting. Surely they're making another game. They've got to be, because, I mean, why wouldn't they? The question is, what's it going to be, and when's it going to come out? The other game existing is, in my humble estimation, a done deal. There's no way they're not making one. Anyway, supported by good auxiliaries from Hanover and Hesse, their armies combine English professionalism with German reliability, yet the Redcoats are few in number, fielding smaller battalions, and require high standards of training, making promotions to veteran units time-consuming. And they get plus 10 money, but their brigades cost 35% more. Or we can play as the Habsburgs, which is Austria-Hungary. I don't know if it was actually called that in this time period, or if it was just Austria. Austria's flexible multinational army is anchored by great artillery. I mean, are they flex? I thought IRL they were just kind of shit. Was that not? Well, I suppose this is not Napoleon, right? This is not Napoleonic age. This is like 100 years earlier or something. So, giving it strength in prolonged battles, but the same diversity that makes the army adaptable also leaves its recruits difficult to integrate. With fresh levies from many lands often slow to train, combined with poor reload times on the line, Austria relies on adaptability and the ferocity of its Hungarian troops to balance these flaws. And so you get lots of recruitment options, but your recruits gain veterancy very slowly. Or we can be Preußen Gloria or whatever. Prussia's fast infantry is drilled to march and reload with unmatched efficiency, enabling daring maneuvers. Their heavy infantry forms the backbone of this disciplined army, holding firm in brutal contests. But Prussia's reliance on its infantry comes at a cost. The artillery corps is neglected by commanders, and maintaining such elite forces means fielding expensive units that are difficult to replace. So yeah, you get a very small... you don't get many officers, but they gain the veterancy very quickly. Apparently that's good for new players. Then we've got the Russians, and the Russians are the Horde faction, as always. The Russian army fields cheap recruits and is held together with excellent morale, allowing it to endure long and punishing campaigns, but recruitment is disorganized as Russia struggles with logistics far from the motherland, and their slow movements leave them vulnerable to quicker opponents. Even so, when brought to battle, the Russians prove a determined and unyielding foe. And they, what? You're very good at pillaging settlements. But you have to eat a lot, apparently. Kingdom of France. So these are obviously the guys we want to play as. France fields massive armies supported by renowned heavy cavalry, excelling in sweeping, overwhelming assaults. Yet these great hosts are plagued by fragile morale and the strain of supplying so many men is worsened by poor logistics, as corruption and lavish spending drain resources. When their spirit holds, however, French armies can deliver devastating blows on the battlefield. So, new brigade costs minus 60%, is pretty cool, but the officers cost more per day. I believe it's the 7 Years' War, not the Napoleonic War. You can tell from the flag, right? But also, I think on the store page, 18th century war, and so I think it's the 7 Years' War. Yep, Master of Command is a real-time strategy tactical game set during the 7 Years' War. So it's different to Empire and Napoleon, although I think Empire... When does Empire Total War start? Empire Total War start date is 1700, and the 7 Years' War was 1756. So yeah, I suppose it is technically... Do I have a cold? No, I always sound retarded. Sorry, yeah, I do sound quite nasally, don't I? I don't know why. It's just... I just sound retarded. So... Who won the poll? Looks like Prussia won the poll, so we're going to be playing as the Germans today. So, here we are. So, fast infantry. It's nice that you guys picked the easy mode one. Fast infantry for maneuvers, heavy infantry. I'm not sure how heavy infantry works when, you know, one bullet is still going to get you. So, do they have armor? Getting really self-conscious about my voice now. Do I sound like I have a cold? War no Yom Kippur War. Now that would be pretty funny. Yeah, the artillery corps is weak, and my units are expensive. So we can. Oh, so there's actually interesting. So you can. So within Prussia, there are 3 armies that you could have started as, I suppose. So, okay. List of all the challenges in the game. Completing some challenges grants you a Steam achievement. Interesting. You sound like a femboy. Many such cases, I'm afraid. So, Freikorps Volunteers, Old Corps. So that's like Prussian Grenadiers and stuff, and this is, you know, Hussars, and I guess Freikorps are like militia, right? Oh, actually, it says here. So, complexity, captain, standard. So this is cantonist levies. In the mid-18th century, Prussia recruits conscripts via a unique canton system. Much like modern reservists, these soldiers are drafted into the army for basic training, but then furloughed to their villages in peacetime. This allows Prussia to maintain a large supply of trained manpower during conflicts. Mobilized cantonists are not the best trained soldiers in the Prussian army, but they remain loyal infantrymen. And so we get 350 reservists every time we enter a settlement. So this is me. I'm Moritz von Anhalt-Dessau. And we get a supply wagon, and we reload plus 10%. And we've got line infantry, provincial cavalry, and recruits. Okay. And what is this? So, notes from the king himself. Okay, so that is just it makes you reload and move faster. This gives you less morale, but higher veterancy gain. Morale -4, is that a big deal? Like, what is the base morale? If it's 35, then yeah, because I think presuming the morale is the flag, which is an assumption, but what else would it be? Then -4 is not actually that bad. Pocket Bibles, morale damage received -10%. It should give you physical armor as well, because it might hit the Bible. You know, the bullet. Anyway, cylindrical ramrods. Reload +8, accuracy +2, and then tobacco. Stamina -4, accuracy +6. And yeah, thalers. I mean, is it thalers or thalers? Anyway, that's money. This is food. Manpower. Bullet. What is this? Iron Man mode. We're not doing that. You can enable difficulty modifiers or cheats. Okay, well, for the first time... Oh, yeah, it says What? Let's not do that. Let's just play it normally and see what happens. I got an achievement! I got an achievement! Game is rewarding me for pressing go. Alright, your nation is caught in the greatest conflict of the 18th century, with enemies closing in. Tell me if the music's too loud, by the way. Your aide-de-camp has presented 3 missions. Take some time to make your choice and lead the counter-offensive. This is... So the game hasn't come out yet, but this is this is like content creator early access to the full game, but they haven't actually finished making it yet. So there are still a couple bugs to be aware of because it's not finished yet, but it's not a demo, it's actually the full game. Take some time to make your choice and lead the counter-offensive. Aid is pronounced like Ed. Ed de Camp. Is it not O de Camp? Oh, whatever. Okay, my aid. Which would be the English word. Anyway, each mission also has 2 unique side objectives like occupy, support, raid, etc. Completing these objectives will reward you with either a unique regiment or a doctrine. By selecting the map icon in the... it is from the Armchair History YouTuber, that is correct. By selecting the map icon in the bottom right corner, you can toggle to the map view in order to see which regions you've conquered or select a region to campaign in. After selecting a mission, press continue to begin your campaign. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to turn down the audio a little bit. So, we can either occupy Saxony, which will give me Prussian Grenadiers, and so do I actually have to do these things? Or is it like, it will do itself? Anyway, if I siege 2 forts and secure 6 settlements, I'll get Scraping the Barrel from Hoi 4, and I'll get Prussian Grenadiers. If I raid 3 settlements and dismantle 5 slums, I'll get I think it's time for... You guys can just choose again. What shall we do? Occupy Saxony, suppress Thuringia, or reinforce Silesia. Wow, I love democracy. I mean, I can just abdicate all responsibility. I obviously like the idea behind dismantling slums. Anyway, reinforce Silesia. So if we reinforce 4 outposts, we'll get Prussian Fusiliers ×2, I guess. And if we secure 5 battlefields, we'll get money from Great Britain, apparently. The Golden Cavalry of St. George doctrine. Yeah, let's clean up some slums, maybe. It's up to you guys. I will give it until it says 1 minute has passed, and then I'll do it. But yeah, given how little information we have about the game, well, this was actually it was the 30 Years' War, which was absolutely horrible, and everybody died. Right, 7 Years' War, I think, wasn't as bad. It was still pretty bad, but because obviously I'm not ethnically British, but I was born and raised here, and so like we don't even learn about this one because, well, why would we? The wars are always so far away. I'm just looking at the casualty list. A lot of people died in this one. 180,000 Prussians died and 160,000 Brits died. 200,000... This casualty list is crazy, man. Let me just show you this while you're voting. So, Britain, Prussia, Portugal, obviously, because it would support Britain. Russia swapped sides. So yeah, this must be the one I was thinking of, where it's like Russia swapped sides because the monarch died, and the new monarch was like, oh yeah, I love Prussia, by the way. And then that was, yeah, so I think this was the lady who was very anti-Prussia, and then the guy who took over was like, wow, I love Prussia, by the way. Prussia, by the way, is not the way it's said. It's Preußen or something. It's the way it's spelled is then it's this funky German letter, which is like a big B, but actually it's like SS. So it's like Preußen, something like that. But we call it Prussia because, you know, Britain in it. So that's enough democracy. But yeah, the casualties. So these guys lost a lot of people, man. 200,000 French people died. That's more than either of these. Then you've got the Austrians, the Russians, the Swedes. I guess that's Spain? Yeah. Anyway, have you voted? Did you vote today? We're occupying Saxony. Okay, great. We're going to scrape the battle like in High 4. Poison, yeah. Casualties are high because no blood transfusion or hospital. Yeah, good point, yeah. And the way the bullets worked were like, they had like air holes and shit in them. If you got hit by a musket ball, it'd basically blow the entirety of your back out or something. Very, very difficult to survive those wounds from what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong there, but... you have entered into enemy territory. Our spies have located the main objective, our enemy's headquarters. The headquarters gathers more forces and firepower as the weeks go on, and once it's at full strength, it will march towards you. You may navigate... Hang on, what? Oh, the enemy headquarters, okay. You may navigate the region by using WASD or dragging the middle mouse button. The right mouse button will move your army, attack enemies' armies, or navigate towards towns and encounters found throughout the map. Terrain matters. Roads allow your army to march faster, forests slow them down, mountains make you lose supplies quicker but give you more line of sight. Your main and side objectives are listed in the top right corner, which I guess would be here somewhere, along with the current date and time. Okay. The campaign is played in real time. If you're ever caught in a bad situation, tap the space. Oh, okay, so it's not like Total War where I take my turn, you take your turn. If I'm slow in moving, everybody else is going to move around. That's really interesting, actually, because it means that if you see somebody moving in a certain direction, you can try and cut them off. I always thought that it's... Yeah, so I guess technically it is a beta, yeah, but it's like a closed beta. I mean, it's basically... I got it earlier than everybody else, but they're still working on it. I would say it's probably like pre-release. Do you know what I mean? Oh, well, like it's one step up from a beta. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, we can tap the space key to pause. On the left-hand side of the screen are your stances. Each one has a different effect to aid you on your journey. Hover over a stance to see what it does. On the top of your screen, you see your resources and doctrine, which impact your whole army. Thalers are money, provisions are food, reservists are manpower, and ammunition is your ammunition. Okay. So... is it happening right now, or... Okay, war is upon us. Generally, your army stands at the frontier. Though modest in size, your forces are disciplined and in good order. A nearby depot lies ahead, lightly defended, and may serve as a starting point to begin your campaign, though you'll need to press onward soon after. There are no unusual conditions in this region. The land is passable, the roads are open, and the enemy has not yet entrenched themselves. Still, do not mistake quiet for safety. Stray patrols and pickets roam the countryside, and their arms and equipment may serve our cause better than theirs. We await your progress. Okay, so that's a cool... We'll get a supply cache. Great. Started next to it. Encounters are random events on the campaign. Choose wisely, as you may gain... positive or negative effects. Hover over the options to see more information about them. Depending on your side objectives, it is necessary to complete encounters to earn the objective's reward. It's more like Empire Total War in that case, I suppose. Is this a mobile game? No, it's like Total War. But like this is the campaign map, which is why it looks kind of, you know, not like Total War, because this is the campaign part, and then when you go in, you start shooting. But I don't know. I mean, everybody says everything looks like a mobile game these days. I wouldn't say it looks particularly mobile. The art style is the art style from the guy who... It's this art style. So if you're familiar with this channel, you'll recognize the art style because they made this game. So it's this kind of art style, right? Because, you know, presumably it's the same guys. I'm trying to find a good... So like that kind of art style. So presumably the same artist worked on the game, or at least they're trying to have a cohesive kind of art style. And look, if it's good enough for 2.46 million people, then it's good enough for me, as far as I'm concerned. Encounters are random events on the campaign. Choose wisely as you may gain positive or negative effects. Okay. Your Grace, a supply cache lies before us, but a handful of enemy stragglers stand watch. We may strike swiftly and seize one part of the stock before they can react. Coin, provisions, or powder. Such haste will rouse them to battle. Okay, so what... Well, I don't know what I need, because I don't know what costs, and I'm not going to ask you guys every single time, because we'll be here all day. So... Oh, we still get to fight. Well, that's nice. I mean, I do like money. Let's get some ammunition, because if I have to fight them, then I'll use ammunition, so... Kind of makes sense. Although, I would also need... Oh, reservist isn't an option. I don't know how much this matters, right? So, is 80 food more important than 80 ammunition? I would assume so, because I start off with 500 ammunition. So, let's get the food. And now we get to... And if we resume... Okay, retreated. Oh, okay, no he didn't. Battle is initiated. You can choose to fight the battle by selecting the cross swords at the bottom of the screen, or retreat. Importantly, when fighting the enemy HQ, you will not be able to retreat from that battle. Very exciting. So, they've only got two troops. So they're Austrians. They've got Grenzers and artillery. We don't have any artillery. So we should be alright as long as we just run at them, right? What do you mean? This is actually interesting. The army general in Warno is so... It's a good job they don't pay me, man. At the start of every battle, you may move and reposition your unit's deployment phase. So yeah, now we're in Total War mode, right? So, well, I guess also having a campaign map is Total War mode, but this is the mode everybody's more familiar with. You actually fight people, right? Move and reposition your units in the deployment phase, and then configure the stances before the battle. Holding down left click and drag will create selection box. Okay. Default camera controls are was, that's useful. Middle mouse button to pan, great. So, okay, to change the pitch rotation, we did say high advice, right? So, C and V for rotation, that's interesting. Or left alt. Can I not, Oh, okay, that's weird. You can also zoom out and in with the mouse wheel. You can also use Z and X. You can speed up the camera by holding down left shift, or slow it down by holding right shift. Okay. Cinematic mode, right shift plus F, hides the UI. Can't do that in Broken Arrow. Right shift plus F. Ta-da, and then you can zoom in and get your epic, you know. I'm struggling to rotate it more than a few degrees, right? Like, I can't actually get over there, but... Do you know what I mean? It's locking it there. It's not a big deal. Anyway, yeah, so... So this is my... Okay, yep. Green bar is strength, blue is morale. Morale's too low, they run away. Issue a move order by right-clicking. And you can also drag, okay. General, buffs people. He has brigade officers under his command. That's interesting. So that's a brigade officer. That's new. Similar to the general, but their auras are smaller. Okay. So these are the guys. This is their firing arc. Where's the officer? Oh, I guess it's... No, because this is the general. Oh, you have a supply train as well, which is pretty cool. Anyway, where's the baddies? All the way over here. Wonder if I can speed up the the map movement a little bit. It might be here, but I'm not seeing it. It might be there. Screen edge panning. Yeah, I might as well enable that. We've got lots of blood. Okay. It's just because it scrolls quite slowly, but to speed it up by also doing the mouse panning thing. So we've got some cav, got some infantry, got some generals. I've enabled the run command, apparently. Okay. So have they all got run enabled? No. Okay, well let's just line battle them. I mean, we outnumber them a lot, so we should just be able to just walk into them and shoot them. Nothing fancy. Okay. Before engaging the enemy, you'll want to move your formation forward to see some ground. Okay. I did enable the high. So okay, now we are walking. Exactly, it's similar to Total War. Play hold fast. No, I played it when it came out, and the melee was crap. Mountain Blade Napoleonic Wars was better. So, what's the point? Anyway, I don't understand where this guy is. Oh, I see. There we go. He's attached to these lot. So surely we want them to be in the middle, because then, you know, it's saying they got some sort of defensive mode, and this guy's on a hill, and this guy's sort of also on a hill, but there's like a hill meter there. You can toggle bayonets. That's interesting. Does it decrease shooting damage or what? Get different types of bullet. You can throw grenades with some guys. You can lock them to melee. You can volley fire. You can actually turn off volley fire. That's interesting. I don't know why you would, but... Advantageous terrain. Hedges and buildings provide cover. Okay. And so the forests. So yeah, you see how defensed they are? As they get into the forest, this is filling up. It was the same with the hill. So they're walking there, and must be quite a shallow stream. And it says, look, this is their morale, their stamina, their ammunition, and it says what terrain they're in, combat effectiveness. That's really cool, actually. So anyway, the enemy coming. So, are they running? What's my cover status? 19, okay. So we'll, I mean, this is like a bog, so... Oh, they have arty. Okay, well, where's my cav? I'll just get the cav around here, and then there we go. That should solve that problem. Oh, I see. You can't shift Q into an attack order, it seems. So... Yeah, halt. That's exactly what I want it to do, so that they can shoot. You guys need to do a bit of running. Okay, they got the first volley off. We lost some guys there. Did we get any of them? I guess they probably started at 1,000. You can see them die. See him reloaded as well, but yeah, the back lines aren't shooting, so I guess you want to have them as wide as possible so that... Because if you got it too wide, then presumably loads of them would be able to shoot. Anyway, how's my cav doing? Okay, well... Oh, okay, that's another disadvantage of having them blobbed up. That one arty is going to kill loads of them. They're going for the real musketeers and not the recruits as well, which is very sad. So, let's... spread out, do some spreading out. And then I'm not sure what to do with these guys now. Could try charging them, but I'm like double stacked here, so... Yeah, I've deployed wrong. It's just whenever you move, then you're not shooting, right? So I don't want to... Can I view the queued orders? Okay, so... Need to get that to like there, maybe, but... If we tell them to run, maybe they'll go a bit faster, but it's just if they're moving, they ain't shooting. So, you know, it's not ideal. Oh, see, so these guys won't shoot because they don't want to hit their team. Well, that's nice, at least. How's my cav getting on? Right. Tell them to run. Alright, well this could have gone a lot better actually. I mean, I could have set these guys up on this side of the river and got them to shoot across properly, and then I wouldn't have this problem where I can't actually shoot with all my guys. But, you know, it was my first battle, so... and I suppose we could probably speed this up a bit, because I think we're going to win. So our cav's going in. A regiment on the battlefield. What? But yeah, these guys are retreating now. Alright, well I guess we'll send the plebs after them. Cam's going in on the arty. Oh, it's not going to let me kill everybody. But these guys are still alive, bro. They might come back later. It's like in Total War where it wins and then it lets you kill them all, so then in the campaign map they don't run away. But I guess, you know, we're not allowed. Anyway, we did it, Reddit. We did outnumber the enemy quite a bit there, so. But yeah, I learned a lot there. Oh, okay, they don't come back. Well, that's interesting. And we got some ducats, or whatever they're called. Thorins. That's not it either. Okay, so we can either ransom the enemies, or we can conscript them. Are they not going to turn and shoot us? Or we can exchange them to get our own guys back. Interesting. So we lost 186 guys. And, you know, I would like 186 more guys, basically. So surely that's the best way of doing it. Okay, and they're saying in my camp I gained some veterancy, I lost some people. I can replenish some brigade strengths. I can purchase a new brigade, but I need more thalers. Have I played Ultimate General Civil War? I played the first one. So, I mean, what happens if I press this? I guess it uses money to buy the ammo, but I didn't actually lose any money. Did you notice? Sorry, I didn't lose any ammo. So I guess we'll replenish the strength. And that cost us all of our reservists. Very sad. What is this? Oh, they were replenishing anyway. Is that what it meant by that? Or is it that this will now do that? Because if it was, then I didn't have to press that, but... Well, who knows? What does this button do? Upgrade tree. Okay, so you need veterancy to upgrade. Higher tier units take longer to replenish. So we can get Prussian Grenadiers, or Prussian Veteran multiple... Oh, okay, so we can upgrade our Musketeers to either Grenadiers or Veteran Musketeers. Or Fusiliers. But then, like, I don't have any money, and I guess this will cost me three money, or 3 upgrade mana, or whatever. So I guess that's for a bit later. If I press this, is it going to surrender him? That looks like a surrender flag, so I'm just not going to press that. Okay, so if we get to an outpost, we can sell the enemy uniforms. And, yeah, putting the guys in the water wasn't very intelligent. Alright, well that's all good. And then we have to siege 2 forts and secure 6 settlements, so... I mean, there's... I assume it'll reveal more as we go around the countryside or whatever. But we might as well come up here and take these 2 and then come back around and take all the other ones. So like 2 forts and 6 settlements, that's a fort, but then... Yeah, we basically just have to make it all the way over there. So, alright. Okay, so if you hold shift, it goes faster. Right. So, let's go to Meissen. Look, it's got the funny German B. Where's the captured arty? Yeah, good question. Maybe they spiked the guns on their way out. Alright, this is the settlement view. Oh, are they saying I already owned this? Okay, so I can sell stuff. Captured regiment flag. And I can... It says, some see dishonor in trading it, others see profit. Well, I like money, so let's sell that. Beer rations. That is haram, brother, but, you know, we gotta... I want the stats, so... And I can buy more alcohol, more tobacco. Coffee. Get some coffee. But, like, how long do these last? Or is it like you actually have to consume it before the battle or something, and then it disappears? Because they... Or is it just you stack them, so I can just end up with 20 tobacco rations or whatever? Cheese. Grommet. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, the medicinal herbs. Great. So I'm not sure if this actually, like, works, or, like, as in it's an active, or it's a passive, or what, but... Anyway, we can get food and stuff if we spend our money. We can recruit more people. That's not cheap. Can't afford to do that. We can recruit some staff. We can recruit some doctrines which make us do better and stuff. Veterancy gain. Might as well get that. Although the casualties restored thing is probably... Like, I want people to not die. I want everything. Everything's probably quite useful. Let's get the casualties one. So you gotta right-click it. Alright, that's probably enough buying stuff. You can buy better horses. Interesting. Cool. Yes. Alright, you've already told me that. How do I get out of here? There we go. So, this is like... Have I captured a settlement? Oh, I see. You just walk in, you don't have to kill anybody. So that was me capturing that settlement. So let's go take that fort, I guess, because we're here. You can go to the battlefield, you can visit the battlefield. An unguarded fort. Fantastic. Good stuff. So, can we not garrison it? Or... Okay, because we would lose a bunch of people. We'll strip it for supplies, I guess. And I got a carbine and a musket. So then what... Surely you must... Oh wait, it happens in real time, doesn't it? So like, do I equip this? Oh, okay, there you go. So this would come down here. So this is just... It's not doing anything until I... And then I can equip it onto... So these guys can have a better musket. So that makes sense, right? And then, like, what is... Does it let me compare them, or... So the John Ping musket, or whatever, the Coping musket, is, so 20, 119, 30, 610, 20, 119, 40, 18, 10. So if it takes longer to reload, what the hell would I want that for? And then these take 22 seconds to reload. Can these guys have guns? Yes, okay. So what is that? 1 muskets. 17, 10, 35, 37. 20, okay, well, this is way better. And then 1 muskets, okay. The, you know, I want the casualties to be restored. So yeah, I could have upped my game here quite a lot. And, got additional verbiage. So I want these guys to be the best ever and not die and stuff. Oh, I see. So you can only have 1 person. So you can't have another person here, apparently. Movement speed. So they've all got ups and downs, but I mean that's... Oh, the coffee is the same as the herbs. Okay. Well, we'll get the Bible. And then I mean Oh, I could change my guy. Wow, cool. Alright. Oh, the World in Flames mod broke. That's a shame. Tea. Yeah, well, I'm actually more of a coffee person, personally. But I drink decaf now because I'm a loser. Anyway, melee damage and morale makes sense for cavalry. Ammo consumption, we don't really need that. But yeah, if we could get... Ta-da! And then just equip everything on everybody, who cares? There we go. Jobs are good and... So let's go to the battlefield. I want to know what happens on that, because it looks like the battle's already over, presumably, right? Searching the wreckage, we found an enemy officer. I shoot him then. I can't do anything. Because I don't have any officers in reserve. Alright, well, we'll just leave him there, I guess. We'll go to Dresden. Can speed it up. Oh, hey, hang on. Oh, no, I wanted to go to the herd. Oh, well. Could have got some food there, killed some sheep or whatever. So, we found some civilians. And they, Interesting. The enemy HQ can be delayed if we take their stuff. Okay, well, let's take their stuff. Let's go up there. I'm not sure what's going on up there. Enemy outpost, I suppose. Yeah, it's cool. It's like, I think Total War is like Empire Total War is probably the closest comparison. So the garrison here is plagued by disorder. The men are idle, the drills are slack, and their officers show little initiative. The commandant has requested, the commandant has requested outside assistance to restore order. Should we spare an officer from our reserve? Okay. Oh, okay. So if we just take a quartermaster, which I don't know what that is. I think it's one of the guys in my inventory slots. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because it says from the inventory. Then eventually I'll get a line infantry regiment. Well, that seems like a good deal. Ta-da! We got a new unit. Hooray! Well, that's that's definitely worth it. Thing is, though, I only have 4 gaps here. So what do I do? I guess I can trade out the recruit, because I need 300 to get a new brigade to get more people, but I guess I can swap that in, and then, ta-da, we're now doing a little bit better for ourselves. Presumably things are faster on the road. Warm soup broth. Alright, so we took this powder house. We can get steaks. That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, but you don't actually place them. I think it just gives you charge resistance and stuff. Like, ammo consumption negatives are probably quite useful. Hello, you could get grenades. But I think you would probably need to be a grenadier to do it already, because it says supply of the same iron grenades. Also, I can't afford it. I'm too poor. Can we not just raid some of these towns? Is that not possible? You know, just knock a few heads, that sort of thing. Anyway, we've secured 2 settlements now, allegedly. Oh, hello. Enemy spotted. Get him! The Battle of Dresden. Can I save? Alright, so he's got 6 units and I've only got 4. He's got artillery and he's got a bunch of Cossacks and Clownland recruits. But they're Austrians. Austrians can't fight. They'll just run away, so it should be alright. And yeah, maybe rotate one in. Yeah, so what I should have done probably is bought a new brigade and so on. Anyway, so they've got a few more guys than us, but most of it's cavalry. The main issue is that they've got artillery. So if I form an anti-cavalry box, they're going to beat me up. Also, this supply train is probably not something we want to lose. So it's rough, right? I need my cav to go and kill the artillery. But I think basically I just have to walk into them and have the cav, you know, have like I don't have enough units. If I just sit there, they're just going to sit there and artillery me. So I do have to move forwards. But it depends what they do with the rest of their guys. Let's try just sitting there and see what happens. Anyway, we might as well put the officer in the middle. And we'll spread these guys out as much as humanly possible so that they don't get artied as much. But then that makes them more susceptible to cavalry. You can tell them to equip bayonets, but do they not have them on already? I've unequipped the bayonets, oh dear. And that increases, well, you know, so they did have them on already, my bad.
Hello, I like money.
HGKKJH super chatted $3.55. I see they still didn't bother with optimization. Speaking from my experience playing the previous game.
So I guess you can see the FPS of the stream. Yeah, it is a little low. It's like 40 FPS. So the FPS could be a bit higher. But it's like it's not a particularly fast-paced game. But I've noticed the stream is only running at 17 FPS, which is pretty bad actually. So, but I can turn the graphics are all on max, right? So you can turn some of that down. That hasn't really made a difference. You wouldn't expect it to. But yeah, you can probably turn all this off, right? Render scale, smoke quality, fog, right? There's fog. If it's like unwatchably bad for you guys, let me know, but it's fine for me to play. I'll admit it's not the highest FPS ever, but it's not the kind of game where you need it. So my cav have guns now, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we need to not lose the supply train, and we need to not lose the general. So I'm thinking if we run up to this hill maybe, get in this forest, then we've got loads of cover. Cavalry isn't good in forests, so that's probably the plan. That is the plan. Can we move all of them at once? Well, okay, we'll just play and just see what happens. Hopefully I don't lose. It'll be really embarrassing. Lose my first proper battle. Maybe we can put the supply train back here, but... It just depends how... Because in Napoleon Total War, the AI is honestly just absolutely regarded. So... so you can win against like 3 times the enemy forces, because they just walk into you one at a time. I'm not sure if that's the case here. Do you know what I mean? This is my second ever battle. If the Austrians would have just stopped having children, no world war. Yeah, no. What is that? That is volley fire, and that's why it's not... That's why it's like deselected here, because it doesn't have That's weird, I could have sworn it looked completely different, but... Anyway, so there's the Cossack cavalry, right? And, this, I'm not sure of the physics of that, but it is what it is. And those guys apparently are facing that way. Alright, presumably that'll stop once they... Okay, we need to stop now, and... No, oh, I see, because that's the way they want to turn. Well, you know, you're not doing that, lads. This is not ideal at all. At all. So the cavalry has realised, okay, we should probably not run into that. I'm very concerned about the artillery, but the artillery's still going, so maybe we can just camp on the reverse side of this hill. That could be cool. Oh man, just get over there. You don't have to follow up. Just run. Yeah. So we take first blood there. Look at them, they're fully forming. Ah, you don't want to look like that. You're all gonna get a shot. Oh, it's gonna go right down the length of the... Alright, let's try. I need them to be in a line of 1. It could be worse. It could be a lot better. Because, yeah, these guys are going to get whacked. The arty's going to absolutely chop them up. Oh, this is not ideal. I wish I had more men. every general ever. Blimey, how are they doing that? I'm behind a hill. I guess the hill isn't very big. Okay, well, I guess now we've got to get on the hill, and seeing as it clearly doesn't make much of a difference. Alright, we got the terrain elevation, and those are frontier recruits, so we should absolutely rinse them. Mess them up. Prussia musketeer versus Austrian recruit. And I've got my general here, although he needs to be a little bit closer, it seems. I think we're winning, but the arty... The arty's not great, although you see it is kind of skipping over the hill, sort of. Do they have different speed values? I mean, there's stamina, but I don't know if that's... I don't think that's the same thing. We've got 87 kills, but we've taken 62 casualties. So. Do we have abilities? Can we rally them? Anyway, I'm trying to get these guys around, but it's taking its time. Only having one guy engaged is a mistake. I want everybody engaged, right? Maybe I should run. Do some running. Come on, we're experienced Prussian peoples. Should be alright. These guys didn't get hit by that arty, so it's all good. But yeah, if we can kill these recruits before... Although they're all recruits, so, you know, that's pretty cool. And yeah, you can see we're definitely out-trading them. I mean, we've got proper musketeers, and we've got the Bibles, and we've got the medicinal herbs, so that's all good. I'm telling these guys to run. They're still fresh on the stamina, so I guess they can keep running. There are no active oh, I'm not sure. Oh, that's locked to melee, okay. The cavalry, one of them's staying near the artillery. One of them I've lost. I don't know where he went. I thought they had 3, maybe not. And one of them's over here, so I guess we gotta... Okay, well this is looking less cool now. Okay, they broke. So now we can rotate ourselves. Oh shit. Is there a box formation? Box formation? Stop. Box formation? No? Okay. I guess I'm getting hit. There's a column formation. There's flexible. But yeah, the Cossacks have charged the front line of the Prussians. I'm not sure it's going to go so well for the Cossacks. Yeah, I mean, that's not particularly surprising. Anyway. But yeah, these guys now, they're still fresh and steady and so on. These guys are winded, I guess, so we'll tell them to stop running. In fact, yeah, just farm up immediately, because you might get charged. My camp's taking ages to get anywhere, man. What does this mean? What does it mean? Exhausted. Oh dear. They that's not ideal. Okay, well this lot has to run, otherwise they're gonna. This lot's probably gonna break as soon as that cam gets them. No, farm up, please. So the enemy seems to have sort of changed its mind a little bit. They're going for the supply train, aren't they? I need to hurry the heck up. Okay. Well, at least they didn't like charge me while I was still farming up. I think that would have been worse. They have a lot more Crown Land recruits. But yeah, I assume that's going to be okay, and I can just sort of walk up here, but that's obviously a guess, right? An assumption. And we are kind of side on to this lot, and there are 2 teams shooting us. Taking some hits there. Where's my dudes? Yes, I'm locking to melee. Actually, can you fire a volley first? Oh, hello. That seems to work quite well. Can they reload while moving? That would be a bit silly, wouldn't it? Anyway, this lot haven't died, which is quite inspirational, actually. So we'll wait till this lot reloads, and then we can move up. The enemy keeps getting their morale back. I think this is going quite well, actually. The artillery hasn't really done as much as I thought it would. We can't see its KD. Yes, we can. It's killed 110 of my guys. Okay, well, that's a lot. This lot is actually losing quite a bit now, so... because they're getting smacked. Supply train taking some hits there. They're coming back in. Can you shoot over their heads? Maybe? Yeah, because you're standing up. Incredible. Because they're on horses, they could shoot. Incredible. So the enemy should just rout again, really, in my opinion. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work out for them. And it's cool watching the reload bar go to the bottom as they all fire. But yeah, this lot really not having a great time. The KD's still 2-1, but they've taken big L's, as they say. Oh, no! Okay, well, I think they'll be okay, because this lot should... Are they out of ammo? What's going on? Why are they not... They've got volley fire on. Oh, they were locked to melee. Okay, well, my bad. I thought I enabled that just on the horses, but clearly not. Can the gun cav dismount? I don't think so. Don't think so. But yeah, the annoying part is these lot keep coming back, which means that we need to constantly just hold. Where are you going? I need to get that arty. It's killed so many of my people. Look, 143 deaths to artillery. Very sad, very sad. But yeah, the enemies are just recruits and stuff. But I can't turn the camera more than about 30 degrees, which is a shame. And every time I try and make a move on this arty, these Cossacks come back. They will eventually get me. I'm very tired, apparently. You see him charging in. Are these lot going to get a volley off? Disable volley fire. And then they'll all fire. Anybody who can fire will fire. So that's cool. And then, yeah, then they run off again. They're determined to keep me pinned there. These musketeers are having a super bad day. Should probably move forwards with this lot as well. And, are they on run? No, they just go fast. So that Prussian exceptionalism there. Anyway, time to get the arty. Every week, Hippie plays a game that's closer and closer to the Horse Girls game. So this is Napoleon Total War if it was done by the Armchair History General. Armchair History TV crew? Because it actually was. So that's why it looks like their art style. It's the same guys. So try and get the arty. It's interesting, he is actually trying to stop it. Oh no, they're routing. Never mind. They're getting winded already. How long have they been running for? Are they going to make it? How do I view it? Stamina, okay. But yeah, if we get the arty, that's big. Hopefully they don't canister me or whatever. No, they're still reloading. Hooray! So there goes the arty. Big news, big news. So this is the only regiment left. We're almost out of ammo. That's not ideal. Anyway, they might unroute, so you should just kill them all while they're retreating. Because we're the good guys, so it's okay. And then we might as well speed this up. Cleaning them up. It's a shame it doesn't let you kill everybody, but... Anyway. It's like a YouTube history vid, but as a game. I would say it's most similar to Empire Total War and Napoleon Total War. That's clearly what they're going for. And I think it does it quite well. Sadly, no multiplayer, which is a big shame, because their last game had multiplayer, and that would be what I'd be most interested in, this but multiplayer. So that is a big shame, but, you know, it's still fun. He didn't fly so good. Anyway, we got big money there. And we got victory at Dresden. We got a horseshoe. A gun pick. And a coffee. Now we can conscript them and get 625 reservists. Or we can exchange them and get lots of veterancy and food. Or we can ransom them and get 78 money and 390 bullet. Now, I'll admit my bullet count does not appear to be going down. I think it might be something to do with capturing enemy bullets or something, or it might just be a bug because this is not a finished copy of the game. So, but yes, I lost like 1,000 guys, man. But okay, so it says 800, or are those kills? That might be kills actually, because otherwise it doesn't add up properly. then that'd be 1200, 1400 roughly. It doesn't correspond to any... Oh yeah, so the kills... But our kills are not their losses, so okay, so they must have had some friendly fire. Anyway, I'll conscript them because I need more men to replenish all the guys I lost. Oof. And then it goes back up again because, you know, we got the guys back. I'm not playing the horse game, man. Please stop asking me. A regiment has been promoted. Veterancy increases the stats this regiment has. It's crucial to upgrade your lower tier regiments if they've gained enough veterancy. To do so, select the badge icon directly located above your unit's secondary weapon slot. Oh, yeah, this one, I think. It will be silver if the unit is unable to upgrade yet, or gold if the regiment is ready to be upgraded. You can decide to hold back regiments from being upgraded in order to retain their veterancy, otherwise their veterancy is lost when they upgrade. Higher tier units take longer to replenish, so it's wise not to upgrade too many in the army to a higher tier. Okay. So, is this... So it's not replenishing unless I tell it to replenish. Okay, because before I was like, what's... Whoa, what the heck? What just happened? Okay, so you can manually specify... Like, and then what is this? That's bullets. Oh, that's why my bullet count wasn't going down. You have to manually replenish the ammo, and then it goes from your bullet count. Okay, so it wasn't a bug. It was just these guys have had 2 battles without replenishing their ammo from the stores. How's it going, Brian? Okay, well that makes sense. I mean, we just won a big battle, so let's replenish our brigade strength and our bullet. And then it will still say, even though you've tried to replenish them all, it'll take time for them to actually replenish, which I think makes sense. We got 1, but we need 3. Okay. And if we were recruits, we could become land mills, apparently. You can turn the recruits into cavalry. That's exciting. I need some arty, though, really, I think. Anyway, everybody's... Okay, so you can get some... You can get a horseshoe. And you might as well get the move speed one, because... Oh. Okay. Everybody else is full up, so... Great, good stuff. Anyway, now we can purchase a new brigade and get this lot in there. Ta-da! But I think we need an officer. Can we not recruit from the ranks? You know, replenish from the ranks? Guess not. I think when we get to a town, we can recruit an officer. Give them some coffee. Back in the game. Great, good stuff. So let's get to Pyrenees. Oh no, let's go to the herd. So we got some horses, wild horses. So we can eat them, or we can train 2 good horses. Alright, well we'll do that. And now I've got horses good. So in my army screen, you can have some good horses now. Oh, okay. Great. Might as well give you some good... Oh, you can't change him, apparently. No, can't give him a good horse. Must have a good one already. And then this... Interesting. Fresh recruits, and so the towns have specific things. Only nobles get the officer. Haven't you seen Sharp's rifles, bro? In Sharp's rifles, the he gets promoted from the ranks. Damn. So he's too expensive. Maybe we can sell some stuff. I can sell my good horses so that I can afford an officer. 220. So that I would have enough if I sold that. Well, let's do that. And now I can afford my officer. And he is intimidating. And he is not good at charging. Alright, that's life. We don't have much to choose from, and here we go. So he's in there. Now I've got an officer. Wonderful. Oh, so we could have got... So do I need... I think I need like an artillery brigade, and then I can actually buy a better gun for them. Buy a 16-inch iron howitzer. Nice. Where's my SFL-H152mm? Anyway, let's go to that encampment, I suppose. We're making good time, I think. We've sieged one of two forts, and we've secured half of the settlement. And the next British Napoleon. And Welly Camp. Used to play this game called... it was a mod for American Conquest, the Cossacks game, called Hugh. Hawk's European Warfare, and it was the Cossacks game, but like this, with just the battles, and the amount of troops you get is absolutely insane. But anyway, they used to call Wellington Welly Camp, because if you look at all of his battles, he'd basically just get to a place and then just sit there, wait for the enemy to run into him, and then he'd be like, oh, I won! Because obviously they have to walk into you, and you just stand there and shoot. Like Waterloo, for example, he just sat there. Anyway, this camp was abandoned in haste. Cooking fires still smoulder and scattered kit lies strewn about the grounds. The enemy must have left in a great hurry, though the reason is not immediately clear. We may strip the camp for supplies, or take the time to pull up the works entirely. The latter may draw attention. And it's possible that the... Well, yeah, I like fighting people, so let's do that. We got some monies, and there they are. Fight! Fight! There's quite a lot of them there. I mean, what? Why? How big was this encampment, man? Okay, well. I was assuming it'd be like two guys, like the first one. But they're Russians. But a lot of them are, so recruit artillery. Surf recruits, artillery. But there's 8 of them, and there's only 5 of us. But I'm gonna fight it. I saved, so I should be fine. I saved. So if I lose, it's all good. I just saved scum because I'm a good person. Anyway, they also have vet. Oh, I didn't notice that. They have veterancy. Oh yeah, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and what are ours? Everybody's none except one guy has 1. There doesn't appear to be many places to hide. Alright, well, that has a given range, so let's just retreat and go hide over here in the forest. Why not? Why not? Go hide in the forest and in the town and stuff. Should be fine. Trying to see like a hill or something. There's some hills over here. There was a hill over here somewhere. Yeah, so we could go forwards into them, but that's probably not a good idea. Let's just run up the left and come hide in this forest and maybe try to get them to cross the river. If they've got numerical superiority and they're attacking into us, which is sort of the idea that they're attacking. The main issue is the artillery, right? But given that it has a range, can't just shoot across the map. Yeah, let's try and get over here, see what the cover's like here, like if it gives you cover bonus for just being near buildings, or if actually there's a bit more to it than that, perhaps. Obviously, religious people can see further than atheists. And then, yeah, we could try and get over here. So that's my plan. I mean, we might just die, but then I'll just reload the save, because because it's single player, so you can. Anyway. What's my deployment box like? Oh, this is my deployment box. Okay, well. That's life. Oh, no. What? Oh, but I could get right up in there. Get right up in... Oh, crap. But yeah, the arty can't shoot me from across the map, so we don't have to worry about that particular problem while we redeploy all these guys. What's going on there? Okay, the cavalry. The baggage train I am a bit concerned by, because isn't that going to be quite slow? Anyway. Yeah, if we could get to here, and then with the river at our back, they can't really get around us. And we can just sort of sit here. Maybe get one unit behind the river, because if they come in from this way, and we can just sort of sit in the town. Although the hills there... I like the town idea. I like the town idea. Obviously, it was my idea, so... And I've noticed they tend to leave one of the cav with the arty, or at least they did at the start, so... Of the last game. The last round, whatever. So. The battle commences. Let's get set up over here. And then, get the recruits over here. Although, actually, yeah, there's a nice hill there, so we can force them to cross the river while we sit on the hill. And then there'll be, like, what are the ranges? Yeah, the range is such that if I sit on this hill, they have to cross the river in front of me, and maybe I can kill them. But we can always fall back as we get shot, right? So, start in the town and then fall back a bit. That sort of thing. Get the, them over here. How's this game so far? It's fun. It is, new Warn update looks sick. Yeah, the FPS could be higher, frankly, and it's really struggling to stream the game, I've noticed. It's really not having a good time doing that. Like, it's at, like, 50... So, my FPS is 40, which is fine, but the stream FPS is 16, which is why you're noticing... which is why you're noticing, right? And I'm not sure why that is. What's making it so low? No anti-air? Yeah, no recon either. No arty. No arty's a pretty big problem in this. Because, yeah, the enemy always seem to have arty. You see, they're moving out to try and kill us. So what's your cover? They're tired? Oh, they started off running, apparently. Oh, my bad. Anyway, they've got, like, a guerrillian cover. But then I guess they probably can't shoot back if they, Because, like, if they're behind the wall, like, how does that work? Will the hedgerow give us cover? It did say it would, I think. Or it said the walls would. Oh, these are walls, I think. Like, no, they look like hedgerows. But then, can they still shoot when they... Do you know what I mean? Because I could just set up here in the church. And, like there. And just see what the cover sitch is. Because, like, what's their cover? 19. Okay, so the houses... Oh, crap. How do I... Oh, I know, it still took the order. Which one's supposed to be going across the river? Probably you. And then, like, so the cover's going up loads, but they can't shoot around the church, can they? Or will they? Will it, like, you know, that's them in the building sort of thing? Not entirely sure. They did say it did matter, but... Anyway. So what's your cover like? 14? Okay, well that's not as high as we had anticipated. Is it going up? What's the whole... It's like H or something, maybe? No. 38. And what's theirs? 46? Well, these are rookie numbers I'm getting here. Okay, well we could try... I've fucked this up. I mean, basically, to put it bluntly, this could be going a lot better. Anyway, the idea is run forward, shoot them, and then just actually run away. Like, actually do a harassing kind of action. What the heck? Okay, that is not ideal. Did they hit anybody? Yeah, they hit some of my front rank. It's the arty, man. The arty party. It's not ideal. And that seems to be like a bigger gun, I guess. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're definitely in range. But it doesn't actually do that much. Like, we've lost 13 guys, but yeah, what's my cover situation? Is it going to go up as I approach this wall, maybe? 36. 42, 43. Oh, it's going up. No, what are you doing? You're losing your cover. Get back over there. Get in the... Do they have less range than me? What's this? Accuracy. Which one's range? Because they're not shooting. So, I think they have less range than me. Well, that's good. Anyway, as you can see, this is an absolute nightmare. Is that like a tree or something? It's a little shrub. Anyway, we'll just fight them in the open field while there's not many of them, and as more show up, we will, you know. And yeah, you can't reload while moving, so that is an issue. Our cover's 41, so yeah, I don't think the hedgehow's doing anything. I think it's just being near the trees is increasing it. You'll notice these guys have no cover because they're literally in an open field, so that's good. We've outwitted our enemy, and we should get in these trees maybe and do some... shooty. Are you guys gonna... They're farming up. Maybe get the general over there and hide him behind this house here? Yeah, interesting. It is better FPS if the camera does not move. No, the FPS is actually the same, it's just... you're not noticing if the cameras are moving. But no, the stream FPS is only 17. But the actual game is at 42, so I'm not sure what's causing that. I mean, those were the same, but it's not really done anything. I mean, it's on super high, so if I turn it all down, maybe it'll go up. But I mean, so that's highest, and then let's just go for low. Okay, wow, now it's 144 FPS, and the stream is at 48 FPS. So that's the question, guys. Do you want to have high FPS, or do you want the game to look good? Because this definitely looks worse. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that this looks worse. But it runs way better, so... Yeah, hedges give you cover, but I was here and it wasn't giving me cover, so either maybe I was too far away or something, but... Oh my gosh. Right. But yeah, the FPS is definitely higher here, so I'll do a poll. We'll let the people decide. Do you want twice the FPS or better graphics? Twice the FPS. Better graphic. How about medium? That's not an option, I'm afraid. Okay, fine. 2 people have now mentioned that. Let's do a... Now 3 people have mentioned that. Okay. Graphics to FPS ratio. Highest graphics. Pop out indecisive regard option. Or highest FPS. And then we'll let the people decide, and the people will decide to be middling idiots so that they don't have to take responsibility for their actions. This is why I don't like medium options. Anyway, I still think it looks alright. It's just if you're trying to showcase a game, surely you want it to look as good as possible, because this does look like a game from like 1995 now, so it's not ideal. I'm getting seriously baited into this fight here. It's not ideal at all. Maybe, yeah, so we sort of want these up here so they can stay in the trees, I guess. But generally, I want to fall back into the... Like, look at that cover. Look at that cover we're getting there. That's huge. Huge cover there. It's just I'm worried about... Because the strays, look, they might have lost... They almost lost a guy there. But he's not even shooting. See, cover like 8. Oh my gosh. This is 52, 43. These are all 0 though, because their force superiority has led them to be very silly and to attack in the open. And look at that. 49% went for the cop-out indecisive medium graphics option. 59% even. Can they fire in ranks? They could do volley fire. Or they could just all fire. I don't think they actually have fire by rankers, and maybe you can unlock it or something, but... Anyway, we'll go for medium. Wow. And now it is... Now it looks really weird, because everything's kind of orange. And the stream FPS has gone down by 10. So I'm not sure... Like, do you guys regret your decision making now? That's really weird. Why does it change the colour? So if you go to highest, everything looks, yeah, kind of orangey. Okay, fair enough. And then if you go to like lowest, everything becomes nice and green. Interesting. 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 Mexico filter. If you have them in column, do they all fire? No. So if you zoom in, you'll notice that the back line isn't actually firing. Only the first 2 ranks fire, it seems. In any formation, it seems. But I'm not entirely sure. But basically, there'll be something here which is causing the problems. Because if I... Like, my computer's pretty good, man. So there'll be something in here that's causing the... You know, if we get to the... Right, so these are all the CPUs, because it's multi-core. And then, but yeah, this is the GPU. So the GPU load isn't actually at 100%. It's about 50. So that means it could work harder if it wanted to. Having said that, like, we're now at 144 FPS. So that, okay, that makes perfect sense. But if we go to highest, surely it should now be, yeah. Okay, so you can see this now, right? Oh, but when I Alt-Tab to show you this, it no longer... Yeah, so when you go to highest, we're now capped. So I'm now at 44 FPS, and we're getting, like, it's fine for me playing it. It's just when you guys are watching it, I guess, because the stream FPS is like 16 now, 15 on the highest. On medium, it's about 20, and on lowest, it's about 44. So, it might be the fog. It's Unity, by the way, if you're wondering. I think these are nice, right, because, like, that's not making a big difference, actually. But the fog definitely did. So, fog, 42 FPS. No fog, 100 FPS. Yeah, it's the fog. There you go. So, Res must be familiar with the Unity game engine. Yeah, it was the fog. So we're now at a very happy compromise. Turning off the shadows seems to give us negligible performance increase. Turning off the shadows doesn't seem to affect too much. Yeah, that shadows don't make a difference. It was the fog. Maybe if we turn off the smoke quality, because that is also a fog effect. That doesn't seem to make any difference because they're not all firing now, so that wouldn't make a difference. Okay. Yeah, you guys were right. No fog. Everything looks just as good, more or less. Because all it's doing is... oh, there's fog. I mean, it's a very subtle effect, and it's costing me half of my FPS, so let's just turn that off. Well, there you go. Post-processing is the colour grading. that makes literally no difference. I'm looking at my FPS counter, which for some reason isn't actually displayed on the stream. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I think this should be more more cool for you guys. Because yeah, that's like a negligible performance input, negligible graphical change, and it's having a huge effect on performance. So I think that's an easy win. Good suggestion. Post-processing is the Mexico filter.
Subscribe to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Res. So look at that, they're charging me. What should I do? Because yeah, these guys can't shoot because they'll hit their mates, so it's not ideal. I'm not bringing my full force to bear. Like, what the hell are they doing? Are they going to charge me? You could turn off volley fire and then they'll all just fire at will. I think they are. I think they're going to charge me. Do I have time to reload here? Oh, okay. Well, that was me volley firing. Okay, we'll just fire at will because they're literally just running into me here. What? Should we counter-charge them or should we just... What the hell are they doing, man? They just don't fire until they see the whites of their eyes, that sort of thing. I think this unit is probably trying to get to this lot. Unless he's literally going to stop there and... No, okay, he just wanted to walk into me, I guess. I guess that is the way they charge, because I guess if you properly charge, you lose all your stamina. Anyway, these are recruits, but they walked all the way here, and we're Prussians, so we have the whole exceptionalism thing going on. There you go, we did it, Reddit. I've seen that happen in like Napoleon Total War and stuff, where it's like, because if you run in, you lose all your stamina. So people just walk into you and charge. 100% sure on that. Anyway, their arties had a very low amount of kills. Probably because there's a big flipping hill in front of where they're shooting. Also, we're in good cover here. But yeah, let's... I'm just worried about their cav charges, and that's why I've got this reserve force here. But what I can do is... actually, is everybody going to run out of ammo? They're tired, so maybe we could... Because I want to swing these round, but we're attacking in no cover. And this lot is winded, so maybe just take them out. Also, what happened to my cav? Oh, there it is. So I want to like run around the side and whack them, but you'll notice they're keeping their cav near their arty. Or at least some of it. We don't know where the rest is. Yeah, this lot, they're having a pretty bad time. My elitist regiment. Same as BA. Well, it's a lot of it is to do with like what it is. So, like, is the FPS? Because I know it's only like 30 now, but it is better. It is twice as good as it was before. And like the gun smoke, but yeah, basically it's to do with the what costs. Because, you know, I make games, right? But I'm not very good at it. So the way the fog works is it's looking at what's behind it, and then it's applying a filter to it to make it less... to make it foggy, right? So it's harder to do that computationally than it is to draw a square, right? For example. I guess that's not a very good explanation. So it is not surprising that that has a bigger performance impact, basically. But I didn't guess it. Res guessed it, so... So yeah, we're winning. I mean, our units, even though we've got fewer of them, you can tell that they're higher quality, because like even our recruits beat the enemy recruits. And I'll admit the AI is sort of derping out here, because half its guys aren't shooting, because he's got these lot in the way. Like, are all these guys shooting? Yes. Like, they haven't taken a single death, because everybody's focused on this lot. That's why they're taking so many hits. But yeah, the cover's only 8, so because this is like a graveyard, I guess. These lot are tired now, so let's get them out and rotate in the fresh troops. And there you go. Maybe we should run so they don't get shot in the back. Although, will that make them break? Will they take more casualties if they're running? I didn't count properly. I don't think it went up that much. Anyway, you know, we're in cover, they're in the open, so it's going quite well. We did lose some of our general. I should probably spread him out, so that... Because if... It depends how they model the cannons, right? But my assumption was, if I hide behind this church, I'll be okay. But it seems the bullets go through it. And so I guess it's probably better to spread out, so one cannon would kill one guy. Because, as you know, in Napoleon Total War and Empire and stuff, there are stray rounds, and they will kill you. All units seem to do very little damage. This is realistic. But no, they like, we've killed many, many men. Also, we're at max range. If you're in melee range, you'll do more. And, yeah, it's kind of realistic. It's like a 2% hit rate for volley fire in a real war. Something like that, 2% hit rate. Also, if you're like, okay, this is taking too long, you can just speed it up. And then, you know, it'll happen faster, so... But yeah, the serfs are obviously not as good as our lot. Our brave lads. And now we shall fire upon the enemy. But yeah, the enemy's reluctance to use their cavalry because they want to protect their artillery, which makes sense, because if they use their cavalry, I'm sending my cavalry to go shoot their arty, so it doesn't surprise me. But that has cost them. They are on volley fire, right? I mean, I guess that was something of a rippling fire. But yeah, you can see the first two ranks fire, and the third rank just kind of stands there. And you can tell them to fire, automatically they'll fire in volleys, but otherwise they'll just fire at will. And apparently volley fire is better, which doesn't particularly surprise me. They're on run for some reason, even though they're not. Oh yeah, because I told them to get away as fast as possible. That's sensible. I dislike the arty. I mean, it's weird the way it works. I'll admit, last time they did a lot more damage. They killed like hundreds of my guys. I think it's because I'm in cover. And because of this hill here, I think it's messing it up. Is there multiplayer? Sadly not, because I feel like that would be the most interesting. Like, I mean, it's alright. It's just I prefer multiplayer, right? And it would be cool to play this against somebody else. Because Napoleon Total War, I don't know if you've tried to play it. But all anybody does is they get their skirmishers in a line. In the maximum spread out line, because you can glitch the game to make them spread out more than they should be able to. By spreading them out first as line infantry and then pressing the skirmish option, and they'll spread out more. Then they deploy the stakes. Then they've got the line infantry behind. And then they've got artillery. And they just sit there for the whole game. And it's just really boring. Whereas this, there's no deployable stakes, or at least I haven't seen them yet. And so I feel like it would be more interesting. But yeah, you got to be a fan of this time period, right? If you prefer 1989 Cold War, I can see why you wouldn't like 18th century warfare. Best gunpowder RTS is still Fall of the Samurai. Yeah, it's dumb because obviously that's not specifically. I don't know, man. They made too much money out of Warhammer. They just made way too much money out of Warhammer, and now we're stuck. So you lot are gonna run away. Oh, they're getting shot in the retreat. I wish you could tell them to just. Oh, you can. I gotta wait for their morale to go down to give them a proper retreat order. Alright, well, we'll just run them away and then, like, actually run. But they're trying to form up, and they got... Oh, man, this is not ideal. Just... There we go. There we go. That seems to work. And yeah, I guess this would be an opportunity to turn off volley fire, because then they could fire the volley before these guys get here. So this lot seems to have regained their stamina now, and I think 2 lines is good. Make sure we still have the general's coverage. If we move up, we get closer to the RT, which is very sad. Okay. Are they? They're not going to turn as well if they. Okay, no, they still. Well, that seems to work quite well. Shooting people with 1,000 muskets seems to make them run away. Who knew? Really good Empire mod for Follow the Samurai. But yeah, the enemy's not using its cavalry as well as it could, I think. Try and run around me, but they're worried about their arty, and they have right to be, because now that the cav's not there, well, I can come around and go deal with that. Give it a cheeky shift order, right? Oh, they're actually charging me again. But no, I find this kind of setting fun. I appreciate that most of my audience is 1989, where are the tanks? And that's not particularly surprising, but this is the sort of thing I used to play before I got into Wardo, so... And, you know, they did say Prussia was easy mode, right? So we're gonna have some advantages because we don't have as many. Like, our reservists are actually all right and stuff like that. But yeah, we could try cycle charging this lot. But what I really want to do is go get that arty. And yeah, I don't think they'll shoot me as I run past because there's sort of a bad guy right here. So this lot's almost out of ammo. And our enemies are, what exactly? They winded? They're tired. We could try charging them, but whenever you do that in Napoleon Total War, everybody just dies, and then it's like, oh, okay. You know, you just rout, it doesn't seem to work. They've shattered, so they're not coming back. Yeah, let's try shooting and then charging. Charge! Charge! So there's your... Like, what is that? That's them building up into the charge, I suppose. And there you go, they broke, because we're very powerful gamers and they are not. And I guess we should probably stop charging now and farm back up. We're doing it! But yeah, presumably if you play as a cavalry-heavy faction, you know, there's more maneuver and that sort of thing. And also if you're better at the game, there's more maneuver. As you can see, my maneuver there has paid off, so if I could actually play, perhaps there would be advantages in maneuvering, as it were. But yeah, looks like we won. We'll just speed up. Take the artillery, and there you go. Hooray, we did it. Yeah, I think it's cool as well. Instructions unclear, due a wrong. But yeah, I really liked Empire, Napoleon, and Shogun, and this, I think, stands up well to it. Like, this is an indie team. This is their second ever game. Napoleon Total War was like several hundred people. And I think it's fun. I mean, it works. I appreciate that, you know, it doesn't look as good as Napoleon Total War. But for me, that's like a secondary thing. So we lost many men. Many men has died, as they say in the Sabaton song. But we can get 1,100. It's crazy how these guys are willing to fight. Is that really how it worked? Like, most of them would just be like, yeah, sure, we'll be your soldiers. Do they have no loyalty to the Austrian Empire? Well, okay, I suppose they definitely wouldn't. Well, yeah, Napoleon towards the end was just like, charge all the time, charge all the time. Why is everybody dying? But yeah, I think if you just stand there and shoot and play it safe, which makes sense for me to do because I have the best trained battalions for standing there and shooting, I suppose the British are probably better, then people might see it as a bit dull. But we don't have a charge them faction, and I don't want to lose, so you're just going to have to cope, I guess. Anyway, let's conscript them, because I like having loads of men, although I've already got loads of men, so maybe I don't need that. Maybe I could get some food. And some bullets. That'd probably be a good idea. Let's get some bullets. Then we've got enough food. Because we've got plenty of reservists here. I think we'll be fine on the reservists. So yeah, we'll get some bullet. I feel significantly less cool about this now, looking at how many people have actually died here. I'll refill the ammo. Alright, well, you know, it happens. Anyway. We can upgrade our general. What? Well, look, I know you guys are complaining about how boring standing there and shooting is, but I'm big on standing there and shooting, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be upping my standing there and shooting strat. Better than dying of starvation, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, if it's like we're going to execute you while you fight for us, I guess it's not a complicated decision making process. Start a fight saying either the Brits or Prussians are better. Yeah, I want the accuracy. Well, I mean, melee still happens, but like minus 20% melee sucks, man. What if the cav charges me? Like, I don't charge that much, but then I do with my cavalry. I don't want any of these. And then none that just makes me better, and generally, like, this says accuracy 5%, but it's in red, so presumably it does mean minus 5%, and it's just a typo. We'll get the cover effectiveness, because we don't spend that much time charging. But being in melee is something that does happen. Anyway, we got loads of cool stuff, and we can unlock it with the Ducats, so... first of all, what is this? Okay, you've got the good muskets. Land pattern muskets. Is that like a British one? There must be a way to compare these, you know, I just don't know what it is. It's got more accuracy. It reloads slightly slower, but it's got more accuracy. 610, 6.4, so it's worse in a charge. 20%, 25%. I mean, it's better for shooting people, and that's what we're all about here. And then these guys, I can upgrade them to either grenadiers, which means they throw grenades, presumably. Can I choose? Will it tell me what it does, or is it just going to do it? Oh, hang on, I don't have the points, so yeah, I could definitely press it. So 1,200, 1,000. It's a shame. They've both got the same speed. Grenadiers have more morale, better charge, which we don't do. We don't do charging around here. We just sit there and have people complain at us. Melee charge, yeah, way better charge. But then these guys have better shooting, I guess, because there's more of them. And then the lifeguards, presumably the best shooting. 35, 35. Yeah. So we'll get this one when we can, but we can't afford it yet. This guy, I think I just upgraded him. This man, I don't think was even in the battle, but I didn't see him anyway. This can be upgraded because they are recruits, so with one, we can get Prussian land mills. Or we can get... Okay, I'm saving up for the arty, guys. I really want arty. So you're just going to have to bear with me there. Oh. Can we upgrade the horses? We can, into Prussian hussars and dragoons, apparently. Interesting. Grenadiers are mostly known for cooler hats. Yeah, but like, so I think, because so in Napoleon Total War they don't throw grenades, but in Empire Total War they do, and this is Empire Total War time, and there are grenades, so I think we're still in the grenade throwing age. It's very funny how you can change how these guys look. You can just make him some fat guy. I don't know, I prefer him as he was before, but I can't remember how it was. Oh man, I've ruined him. He looked so good before, now he looks like crap. How'd I manage that? He's looking worse every time I'm... Whoa, okay. We'll just leave him like that, I guess. Try not to think about it. Anyway. There's a fort there, let's go for the fort. And then will it automatically go back on the road, presumably? Yes, it does. They hadn't discovered grenades were bad yet. Oh, hello. Little hamlet here. It's weird how you can't just, like, raid it. You know, just destroy everything. No offense, like, but... You know, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Anyway, got plenty of food. We could get another unit, right? Like another, spontoons. Interesting. You can get, like, entrenching equipment and stuff. We've got enough cool stuff. I just, I want to, I want some guys that shoot people. So Prussian Fusiliers sounds good, but if we get the recruits, we can train them up. We can train them up. I want to train them up, really. So where's my army mode? Okay, it already puts them in. Well, that's nice. And then we can just give them better muskets. We could give them veterancy gain. That would be useful. And we can give them... So you can give them horses, even if they... No, okay. Well, that's fair enough, really. Ah, I want the artillery, right? And then this guy, can I give him... I don't want to mess with his hair. I keep messing that up. I mean, I need... There we go. And then... Wait, stamina -4 is really not what I want in life, because I want them to be able to move around, so... So accuracy... Stamina move speed or accuracy move speed? Well, we want the stamina move speed, even though they do have guns. That's not really how I use them. And I mean, this is only for horses anyway, so... Great. So we got 4 out of 6 settlements. There's a slums there, I don't think it counts, but let's try it anyway. Oh, hello. Let's engage him. We got more HP than him. Oh, well, we can beat guys. I will save scum, just to be sure. But we can beat guys with way more guys than us. Although... No, hang on. Recruit. Chevauleger. Light cavalry, I suppose. Recruit. Artillery. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Classic Burger 12 comment there. Have you ever played a mod that makes Persia playable in Empire Total War? I have not. The campaign is more like a Total War thing, Carbonated Dan. There is a choose from 3 things option if you... So if you enter like a... You get events where you can choose from 3 things. But generally it's more like Total War where you move around. But you don't like... You don't own the provinces, so you could go into a town and you will capture it and you can buy stuff from there. But it's not like I need to upgrade my barracks to recruit more stuff. It's just like towns are a place you go to resupply, as opposed to you owning them and building up. Apart from that, it's pretty similar to Total War. You have a unit and you move it around the campaign map, except it's not turn-based, it's like real-time. So I actually saw the guy coming in and I tried to intercept him, and I intercepted him, hooray. So yeah, I think it's more like Total War. There are events, like if you go up to certain... So you can visit an old battlefield and then it will say, these are your options, right? But for the most part, it's not like that. I did play Fire and Maneuver. Captain Douchebag, please eliminate that bot from the Twitch chat. It's very sad. Get lots of bots on Twitch. So the 2 guys who watch on Twitch, I just made them moderators because the only 2. Anyway. Yeah, we'll just walk into them. We'll be fine. We got loads of guys. Although this swamp is a bit not great. Also, I could spread them out more. Oh, that's the limit of my ability. Yeah, we got way more guys, dude. Just walk forwards. Ta-da! Although, it's not really what I want in life, but... There we go. Something like that. Something a bit more like this. Obviously, if you're good at the game, you can probably, like, do tactics and stuff, but I'm not, so that's life. Keep the supply train with the folks, and yeah, you can speed it up, unlike in Broken Arrow. And in that game we were playing yesterday, you couldn't speed it up. Ah, yes, the horses go faster. That is going to get us into trouble if we're not careful. And yeah, they go slower through the water and stuff. You want to fight in cover, so these guys are probably going to have very nice cover compared to me. But, you know, we will have some forest cover here. And, alright, regiment halt. I don't know my hotkeys, right, so... Get these lot in the forest. Being on hills is good for you as well. Makes you kill more people. Generally positive. I don't think they have horses from what I remember. Oh no, they have the Chevaliers. But yeah, we've really got them here. I mean, there's like you know... So I'm just going to walk all the way into them and then charge them, even though it's not my purview and what have you. Although actually, let's... No, never mind. They'll fire their volley, they'll do their thing, and we'll just eat it and see what happens. So we've taken 33 deaths, and now we've taken 74 deaths. And, right, shoot. Alright. So as you can see, because people said they don't do any damage, if you get close enough they do a lot of damage. It's just if you fire from max range you're going to do a lot less damage, which I think is quite reasonable. Anyway. I'll get them over there. You're not facing the right way anymore. But then, like, if they're on the hedgerow, does it give them cover? How does that even work? I'm not entirely sure. So I'm wondering if it's actually on the hedgerow, if it just the cover just skyrockets. Yeah, it's going up a lot as more and more of them are on the hedgerow. So you don't have to be behind it, you have to just be on it. Okay, well that answers that question. It might be these trees here, but in general, got some nice cover there. So yeah, we'll put these lot on the... No, that's the wrong way around. Oh, they're running. My bad. Alright, Chevaliers there. They've got swords and no guns. We have guns, so let's gun them. Because, yeah, we've got 64 cover there. This cover's going up, so yeah, being on the hedgerow simulates, you know, hiding in cover, basically. So you're not supposed to stand behind. Charge! Even though we're bad at charging. Oh man, it's a meat grinder. I guess they're both evenly matched, which is not what we want, really. We want to be winning. Where's my general? Right, well that lot's having a bad time, as you might imagine. Oh, we won. We're just better. The Prussians, man, the Prussians are just better. I mean, it makes sense. That is sort of the whole point. It did say these are the easiest faction to play. Fewer units, but stronger units, right? How do they like walking through water? I guess it's classed as like mild stream, right? They're like sort of... Yeah, it makes them slower, basically, but they can traverse it. I'm not sure what happened there. Somebody clearly shot them. Probably this lot, or maybe the cannon hit them. They try to cut me off. No, where are you going? Where are you going? What? No! Stop it! Alright, well there's your Prussian exceptionalism for you. They just really wanted to charge those guys. I mean, that's not... I did try and stop them, but they weren't having any of it. Blimey. Okay, well, it happens. Oh, just shoot them. Oh no, that was hold fire. Where's volley fire off? There we go. because look, they're going to shoot back. I'd rather they didn't. I was hoping they would rout before they... Okay, I guess not. I put volley fire back on, but they're still... Damn, very heavy casualties there. Let's charge them. Although their cab's back is mine. Okay, they've recovered from their stupidity. We won in the center because our imp's better, so... Speeds the enemy imp. Oh, okay. Anyway, this time, give you a chance to redeem yourselves. Try not to magnetize into the enemy line infantry. I mean, the ones we've played, I've won them all. But I think that's more to do with the fact that I'm just really, really good at video games. I assume it gets harder the further in we go. Like, this is the first mission. So, you know, it's going to be a bit easier. You could always turn up the difficulty. But just keep in mind that I played Empire, I played Napoleon, I played Shogun 2, so I sort of know how it's going to work. But at the end, you have to, like, fight the enemy headquarters or something, so presumably that will involve a lot of sort of conscriptum, because we lost a lot of guys there. That will be a harder fight, right, presumably. So there you go, we're level 2 on our cantonists, so time to turn them into canonists. Haha, I am very, very funny. And now we have an artillery battalion. Our first artillery battalion. So they get a cannon automatically. A 1-pound gun. I mean, that's shit, isn't it? So we can give them more bullets. Delft muskets. 15% 32 reload, 25% 35 reload. Well, this is better, right? 20% 30, 15% 32. So yeah, these aren't very good, these Delft muskets. Alright, upgrade some guys. Full gaiters. Move speed and stamina. Right, why not? No, this isn't Darth Mod. Darth Mod is Ultimate General, Ultimate Admiral. This is the Armchair History TV YouTuber. He's got like a games development company now, and this is their second game. I think it's pretty fun. Obviously, if you don't like 18th century warfare, you're probably not going to enjoy it. That's not rocket science, but I'm enjoying it. But yeah, having said that, we stopped streaming at 7:30, and it is 7:30, and we won that battle, so this is probably a good place to stop. And as you can see, defeat enemy headquarters is the objective, right? So this will be very strong, right? That's a unit basically going around the map doing the same thing as you. So you're asking about more challenging battles. That'll be it. But yeah, this is the first campaign, the first mission, the easiest faction, so you can expect it to be fairly straightforward. There's like difficulty modifiers and stuff and challenges and stuff like that you can do. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, so you can raid settlements. But you just go near them and then you... Okay, well if we run out of resources, I guess that's worth doing. Interesting. So... so yeah, thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for the super chats, I do appreciate it. Oh yeah, the ultimate, yeah, and that was his company as well, so I'm not sure what happened there. What is that? Huh. So there's like a campaign that you can do to do with the rise of Frederick the Great, or you can just do various normal campaigns. I think it's pretty fun. They said they were going to come out with a demo. I don't know when that is. But yeah, this was Master of Command. And as you can see, the battles get bigger, right? As you build up your regiment, eventually the battles are going to get bigger and bigger, right? Lots of artillery there. Right now, we've only got like 4 guys because we just started. And yeah, it's a shame there's no multiplayer, but apart from that, I think it's alright. I think the graphics are serviceable. You're complaining about the performance. That's mainly because I'm streaming, so that will make it worse. Don't think. Oh, also once we figured out that we can just turn off fog, and then the FPS goes up way higher. So yeah, I think it's all right. I think it's pretty fun. But yeah, if you're very tied to 1989, then I don't think you'll enjoy 1789 or whatever. So I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, okay, not yet. I'm gonna get some dinner first. And thanks for watching. So unless you've got any, thankfully, or in the past, it was any burning questions. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'll see you guys around. In terms of like what happens tomorrow and stuff, I don't know. I might play this again. I don't have anything like super planned. Oh no, hang on. Is tomorrow Thursday? Oh, I'm playing the Wano 2v2 tournament against. So it's me and Tiberius versus Mix90 and Tortq. So that'll be tomorrow's stream. I'm not sure what's happening on Friday. If I'm burning, what should I do? Quick, type your credit card into the computer, because I mean you're not going to have any use for that money in about 5 minutes. But yeah, you can stop, drop, and roll. I'll see you guys around.